Like what you see? Like to be in the know? Visit facebook.com/WBGU and like us today. Stay in touch with what's new at WBGU-TV, national PBS programs, local productions, station events, and more.
Up at Stone Laboratory, we're a combination of research, education, and outreach. Research goes on year-round on just about any topic related to Lake Erie. We do regular college courses during the summer. We started offering our first courses in 1900. Our students come from all over the country, and our faculty come from all over the country. When I say we work on just about any issue facing Lake Erie, that's absolutely true. This year, for instance, we've spent a lot of time still working on the Lake Erie water snake and other reptiles and amphibians in this area.
The Lake Erie water snake is a subspecies of the northern water snake, found only here on the Lake Erie Islands, which is a very small range. It's actually less than 40 kilometers in diameter, and it only includes islands in Ohio and Canada. In order to capture all the individual snakes that we bring back here to the lab to study, we actually take several field assistants with us, and we just really go out and scour the shoreline and hand capture all of the individuals that we find. When we bring them back to the lab, we're taking several body measurements on them. We're looking at what sex they are, we're scoring them for color pattern, and then we're going back and releasing them back at their site of capture. We're also injecting, if they don't already have one, a small microchip under the skin that's called a pit tag. And what that allows us to do is to assess population size and density by looking at the ratio of marked to unmarked individuals.
Probably our two biggest areas of attention right now would deal with nutrient loading to Lake Erie, coming from agricultural runoff and poor sewage treatment or combined sewer overflows. And it's literally the phosphorus in that runoff that contributes to the harmful algal blooms that we've been having up here. In fact, it's not just a national problem, it's a world problem.
We have multiple collaborations. One of those is with NOAA. And what we're actually doing with those NOAA researchers is taking water samples from various locations around Lake Erie, specifically in the Western Basin, and then those water samples are analyzed for levels of blue-green algae or harmful algal blooms. And then that data then is tied into satellite data that NOAA is retrieving. And what they're trying to build is a formula that can predict where those algal blooms might be located based on the satellite data.
We have an outreach program. We bring through about 200 groups, about 8,000 people per year come through that program, from as young as fourth graders on up through adult groups.
The aquatic workshops are set up to allow kids to come and experience Great Lake opportunities such as the live fish dissection, the seining, the science cruise, things that allow them the opportunity to actually work with things associated with the lake that they normally wouldn't see in a classroom setting. I would encourage any educator to bring kids over just even to make those kids realize that they are the future caretakers of these lakes. And it's important that we have these kids understand how important the research and the education going on at Stone Lab is.
When I think of the impact of our work or the impact of this program, often we look at specific projects or efforts, but I think one of the most important results of this program is really the students that we've trained. We found that the junior high years or the middle school years are critical years when we look at influencing people's attitude towards science. We can bring those sixth graders up here, and their two-day experience here at Stone Laboratory and out on Lake Erie, that science experience results in a long-term attitudinal change of those students towards science. And when we look at the problems facing this country, facing the world right now, we need more really good scientists to address these problems.
Scenic Stops is brought to you by WBGU-TV. Support great local programming by giving now at WBGU.org/pledge.